Hey everyone, it's Anya here at our Gabled home, and in this video I'm going to take you along in what is a somewhat typical fall day here at our urban homestead, so join me for the day. In the mornings I like to ride my horse Donnie. Here he is. So he's all taken care of. He's got a bowl full of lunch. He's got his hay nut back there because otherwise he'll just chomp it down in half an hour and then have nothing left to eat. Well, I know that he has everything he needs. We're gonna go to some farm stands and see what's in season. So here's my first farm stand I'm gonna visit, and let's see what they have. So it looks like they have peppers, lettuces, kale. We have a little bit of kale at home. Arugula, squashes. I think I'm gonna get some of those squashes. And they have a bunch of onions, and ooh, I'm definitely gonna get heirloom tomatoes. Looks like they have some cute pottery over there, and spaghetti squash. So I'm definitely gonna shop a little bit here. Here's my second visit, farm stand. That one I actually just noticed when I was driving down the street. You can hear I'm pretty close to this busy road, and there was a sign, quince and apples, and I just went in the driveway and I'm gonna see what they have. Here's some good apples. Here's what I'm really after, quince. Ooh, and some pears. Oh, this looks like Asian pears. So let's see what we're gonna get. Back at home. Let's see what I got today. I got these beautiful heirloom tomatoes. Look at them. They're probably something like black Cherokee. I have no idea what these are, but they're beautiful, and I just absolutely love the shape. It's so not a typical tomato shape. I got a few of those, and we've also learned that these green stripes carry a lot of flavor, so you don't want the typical grocery store tomato that all has the same color and very bland taste, but these are the really beautiful. Wow, look at this, look at this. So those are the tomatoes, and then I got some apples. I don't know what they are, but I had one in the car on the way home, and they're probably, maybe they're Gravensteins. I don't know, because Gravensteins are a very popular variety in Northern California. I got this spaghetti squash, and as I had promised or alluded to, I got these quince. Now quince is singular and plural. It's not quinces, it's quince, something that I learned because that's not happening in my native language, German. And what am I going to do with those? I typically make a quince paste and quince jelly with them. So that was what I got today at the farm stand. Right now is the best time of the year to get produce in season. It's so flavorful and it's so fresh and good. And so let's see what we're going to make with it for dinner. Here's some cream that I took off our raw milk. I'm letting that come to room temperature while I'm making myself a cup of green tea. Pouring the hot water over it, letting it stir a little bit, and here it is, my cup of green tea. While I'm drinking that, I'm looking at this German magazine and getting cooking inspirations. Even though most of the time I cook without recipe, these look so good that I'm gonna have to try some of them. Come pumpkins. All energized from my green tea, I decided that my desk was in dire need of reorganizing and cleaning up, vacuuming all the dust. And while I'm at it, am I the only one who's vacuuming their refrigerator? For dinner that night, I had roasted spaghetti squash, and here I am buttering a casserole. Then I'm scooping out, it's still pretty hot, I'm scooping out the flesh of the spaghetti squash and putting that in the casserole. Next, I'm heating up some oil in my cast iron pan while I'm dicing an onion. And sauteing the onion in the hot oil. Adding some chopped garlic to it, let that just sit there for a little bit while I am dicing those heirloom tomatoes that I got earlier. Adding them to the onions and the garlic to create a bit of a sauce. And adding the yellow tomato, and then I got some herbs, basil and oregano from my garden, chopping those, adding those to the sauce. Some salt. And I'm pouring the sauce over the cooked spaghetti squash. Adding a good helping of fresh ground pepper and some crumbled feta cheese. And then I'm just going to brown this in the oven at about 400 degrees for maybe 10 minutes. Here I have some cubed butternut squash that I'm going to use for my pumpkin spice lattes. And to serve up the dinner, I'm adding the spaghetti squash to a plate. You can always add some healthy proteins like some meat or chicken or fish to it to make it a meal. After dinner, I added the cream to my Vitamix and blended up until it had separated from the whey, so to make butter. And I wash the butter right in the Vitamix container, which is super convenient, and strain out the water. It's really important to wash the butter. And with 2 butter paddles, I'm squeezing out as much of the water as I possibly can. This will make the butter better and last longer. And here's my fresh homemade butter from our raw cream. After dinner, Tika gets a chew stick. For my next dinner, I cut up the butternut squash and cut that not quite in half. And taking out the seeds with a spoon. With a vegetable peeler, I generously peel the butternut squash. I dice an onion. I dice up the butternut squash in pretty big chunks. This is for a dinner that was inspired by that German magazine that I was reading yesterday. And I had heated up some oil in my cast iron pan and simply saute the onion until soft and translucent. And I'm adding the butternut squash to it. And sauteing these just for a little bit, and I added a good helping of pepper, some sea salt, and quite a bit of fresh ground nutmeg, and about a cup of milk. And then I'm just letting that cook. To create this recipe, I dice up a French bread country loaf and put that to a bowl. I always love it when an adult kid comes in the kitchen and steals some food or stirs the pot. These are the pumpkin dumplings that I do need to perfect before I bring them to you. The next night, I roasted some pumpkin seeds and some walnuts in a cast iron pan for a pumpkin seed pesto. I have some arugula here that I put in my little mini KitchenAid food processor. Added some chopped garlic to it and blitz that up in the food processor for a little bit. Adding the seeds and the nuts to it, pulsing, add some salt, and I grated some fresh Parmesan cheese. Add all of that to my mini food processor. Add some pumpkin seed oil and a good helping of olive oil and make that into a pesto. With the box grater, I am grating up the piece of butternut squash that I have here until it's all grated up. In the meantime, I'm melting some butter in my cast iron pan while I'm continuing to grate the butternut squash. And once it's all grated up, I add that to the hot skillet. And simply saute that over medium heat for quite a while. The goal is to get the butternut squash pretty soft. And then I'm cutting up the tomatoes from the farm stands. Just dice them. And again, I have adult kids stirring the pots. I love when they come into the kitchen and join me. I'm adding a good helping of goat cheese to the butternut squash and let that soften over very low heat. I don't want to boil the goat cheese. And decide that I actually need a little bit more goat cheese. That's so good and just adds the perfect creaminess and saltiness to the sweet butternut squash. And I'm incorporating everything again over very low heat. Plating this up, adding the fresh tomatoes on top when they're in season. They're just so good. And at the table, I like to light a candle for dinner. And all I do is add the arugula pumpkin seed pesto, a big dollop on top of the butternut squash and fresh tomatoes. Now that's a perfect dinner. Again, you can add some healthy proteins to it to make it a little bit more of a complete meal, but we love it just as it is. It was so good. And if you're looking for some more easy homemade meal ideas, I have an entire playlist here that you can watch. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.